Hey, good afternoon, guys. Just out here working on a cattle barn. I thought I'd do just a short live. I did make another box pen here for the new one. He's sucking there. He's doing pretty good. Got her some water in there. And all I do is put a couple gates out inside the big pen. Throw some corn silage in there to keep her happy for a little bit. And I don't know if you can see him or not in there. I'll go down here one more yet. There he's sucking. Thanks a lot, Mama. We'll let her go. Finish up scraping up through here this morning. It is warm out. Hey, George. Give you an update on this little one up here. Clayton Owens, how you doing? He seems to be doing pretty good here. I have just a piece of metal to keep him blocked in here, but his leg looks nice. I'm going to change that here probably. I'll let it on there for 3 days and then we'll do a little better wrap on him. Hey, John. So this guy's doing all right. I just got to keep a close eye on him. He stands up fine, drinks his bottle fine, and Mom's right behind here. I brought her up in the top pen here. Yeah, it looks good there. Hello. So that calf's doing really good. It's right now it's about 52 to 58 degrees out, so Mom really wants him back, but I can't give her back to Mom because not after she did that to him. I gave him I'm gonna give him a 3-day shot of penicillin just for any infections or anything like that. I don't like giving anything extra, but just precaution. How's she to do that? You got to repeat the question there a little bit. I'm not going to give him back to Mom after she destroyed him. So we had a cow have a calf this morning, which you've seen that in the beginning of this live stream. And so I have the whole barn open up, a nice breeze coming through. There's a lot of fresh air just to air the barn out. How did Mom break his leg? I wasn't here, but when I got over there to see her, she was throwing him around. She probably threw him around and then just turned around and stepped on his leg. That's usually what happens. But she was not being nice, and you know, I wouldn't want to make a video of what it looks like because it just, you would wonder how animals are so cruel sometimes. But and we got our little girl in here. She's doing really good. She comes out in and out of her own box. There's no gates on here or anything. She'll walk out, she'll play around, and then come back. So, hey Dan, thanks for stopping. So this little girl here, she can come out of her box anytime she wants and she'll run around and play and then go back in there and lay down. She feels safe in there. There's no heat in there because it's plenty warm enough. She don't need heat anymore. Well, I think we're in for a mud bath first. Yes, she really likes it in there. It's funny because she'll come out, she'll drink her bottle, and then she goes right back in there. And I can still get through with the TMR mixer right through here yet. And raining buckets here. Oh, it's probably coming, Dan. It's been hard to keep these dry here. That sawdust works really nice. I stuck a picture on YouTube here. Hey, Brian. That sawdust works really nice. My little girl, she was helping me down below. Hey, good afternoon, Gerald. I have a picture of 55 for you to send you. He's doing really well. He's over there now. I'm not going to go back over there again, but so the newborn calf, I put a box, some gates inside the big pen to keep them together for a little bit. So there's your update on that guy. This stuff here takes a lot of extra work every day, and it wears you out. Yeah, keep the snow. I don't know, it's just 62 to here today and 18 tonight. That's crazy. I mean, this is a mud pit around here. Trying to figure out the hydraulics for the rebaler. To drive the web or to drive the web or Arizona. So I had to go pick up my oldest boy today. He had a fever at school, so we did that. And to drive the on roller and the feeder table. Can you bolt a hydraulic motor on, Gerald? How many heifers you got to go left yet? I think we're down to 3 heifers and maybe 2 to 3 cows yet. And the sawdust is still here. I mean, we're going through it, but it's that trailer load. It gets really deep in there because it goes down about 6 feet, if you remember that or not. I'll just come over here to Scotland. We'll go over here. They look a little rested. Oh, you'll get it figured out, Gerald. You're smart. So what I did, I just threw some sawdust down through here. Each pen has the same thing, so they all can lay down. Fans are running. Fresh air is very important, especially when it warms up like this. But that sawdust is the way to go. Tim, I don't know how I do it either. Ralph says the same thing. It's non-stop work right around the clock. Packing lunch. I start my morning out packing lunches for the kids and breakfasts and get them on the bus. And I got some really nice heifers in here. I did not get their horns off, so the horns will come off. I'm bringing a vet and a cattle chute. That's a good idea, Dan. Hello from Hungary. So there's some nice heifer. That's a big 299 is a really nice heifer there. These are my bigger class animals in this pen. Again, I just came in. The little girl, she held the gates open for me, and I could drive in there and just spread a bucket load just to give them something dry to lay on. Like I said, you start your morning out packing lunches for the kids, get them on the bus, and then feeding bottles early. And that little guy, you'll see in the beginning of the photo in this video, he has 2 teeth now. And we had to go pick up his oldest brother at the school because he had a fever, and they wanted me to come and pick him up. And they don't want him to go back to school tomorrow, so he'll be here tomorrow just resting. And that little guy in the car seat, he just likes it when I rough him up a little bit. He just likes to see what he can do to get me to going and talking to him. But he's proud of his 2 little teeth. So what I'm doing here now, I'm making a video, but I'm checking and listening for coughing. Anybody needs medical assistance. You know, it's constantly what I'm doing is checking for calves that might need something or something. So I do this probably 12 times a day. Just walk in each pen, make sure they have fresh water, and look at that calf. It's just laying there. We put sawdust in here 2 days ago, I guess. They seem like they like that sawdust. One thing I like about sawdust is they do not eat it. If that was corn fodder in here, well, they eat half of it. Don't you get sick again. I'll try not to, Tim. So I just come in there and I give them, 20 feet to lay down. Are you enjoying your day? Yeah, I'll be happy when the calving's done. I enjoy it. It's not a... What bothers me is when you go through all the work and you lose one or something, and somebody left a comment, is your cattle working for you or are you working for your cattle? Well, I'm working for my cattle right now, and hopefully they have a return. Does that make sense? I got another pen back here, calves yet. Let's see, there's 25 or 30 back here yet. So yeah, I'm working for my cattle right now. Look at them all piled in here. And they're happy. Where's Precious at? Usually when I say her name, she stands up. And there's 30 calves back here. There's Precious. I took her collar off. Right there she is. Precious. They're just laying out. I threw some grass hay down there. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Someone said, if your cattle should be working for you. Well, yeah, but it's not always the way it works. But oh, you always have that. Somebody will. There's 77. I don't know. I had one Angus 77. She's right here, I think. Yep, right there. She is 77. She's been with us for a while. So you can hear the fans running. Oh, there's over 200. 100 and between the 100 and some in the Angus, and then Holsteins, all different. But those fans, I'm going to put 2 more fans in. I'm going to put 2 more fans at the other end at those windows, and to push and pull air for the summer. But it feels like really nice in here today. It smells nice with sawdust. If you don't work for the cattle, they can't work for you. That's right. If I don't take care of them and keep them all healthy. That guy there, if 73, is a nice looking steer. Hobby Farmer is a few chickens and a cow. Definitely not over 200. No. But if some people would understand how many hours you put in just to keep everybody happy. Yesterday I was running around circles trying to keep the newborn calves happy. And I was really frustrated because the one that got its leg broke should have never happened. Never should have happened. I knew better. And you know, I'll sit in the house in the evenings and I'll go through my day just thinking in my head and thinking, you know, why didn't I pull that calf away from its mom? And I knew better. This is not like my first day on the job, and it's just like, and the way I look at it, you feed your cattle, your cows 12 months out of the year, and you want that cow to feed that calf at least 6 months to help it grow. And that's why, yeah, well, you guys, if you goes back and check some of my videos out, if you're new, this is all brand new in here. This barn here is all done. I think when Dan was here, we had individual pens, and I would have to shovel feed. But now the TMR mixer comes in here. I save about 4 to 5 hours a day in feeding time because I can bring it in with the TMR mixer. And that saves a lot of time. I'm hoping here we could get our lights in here on Saturday. That's my plan, but I'm gonna put in reset lighting and just screw it on here and put them up through there so I don't worry about hitting my head. It is right, Gerald. It's a lot. I don't know how I was doing it before, but if you go back about 100 videos on feeding Holsteins, everything had to be hand shoveled in, and it would drive you nuts. And no, Brent, I did not give up on the idea of a triaxle. There's a couple deals are going around. I do need a triaxle. Plus, I want to get a trailer for it to haul hay and stuff, and haul a piece of equipment. There's a lot of different things going to happen. It takes time. To be honest, sometimes I feel like I grew too fast. And just the amount of things that goes on every day, it just takes a lot of time to put a plan together. So I didn't give up on the triaxle. Or just kind of bear with me a little bit on that stuff. We got plenty of feed here yet with the ag bags, and I'm usually a wreck during our calving season, but they are worth the extra stress. Yeah, they help pay the bills if you take care of those calves. Just like you said today, I think it's Ted, I believe. Ted from is it Pugview? I don't know how you say that. You know, you guys that start these channels, I love them, but some of these names, how do you come up with them? It's not bad, but yeah, so you know, when your steers are sold by Carl says, when your steers are sold by someone, how do they grade the meat? Well, we go with the corn silage, and with they're on a high grain diet with distillers and we're gonna grind corn and put a mineral pack together here to see. I grow them to about 550, 600 pounds on my program. From there, they got to go to a solid different program. That is my last name. We have a beautiful view. I get it, Ted. I just hate saying that someone's channel name and not pronouncing it right or really messing it up. So, what was I going to say here now? So once you get a 550 to 600, you got to go to a higher fat diet. And that would be like pure distillers or ground corn. Pew. And I just thanks. Yeah, we really try to take care of our cattle. I mean, I have to take care of them well, I guess. It only makes financially possible if you don't lose cattle. What else was I going to say now? I lost my train of thought. All right, back to the Holsteins. The Holsteins, once I get them to 750, that's my max weight on my feed program. Then they got to go on to another program. And And I'm not set up to do that. I have to move them out, or I have to be set up to do that. With corn silage, I have no problem getting them up to 750, but after that, full corn or another mix. The corn silage does, this has a lot of corn in it. I don't know if you can see it. This was probably about 130 bushel corn maybe. Our corn wasn't very good this year. I usually pull over 200, but with all the rain, but you can see the corn in that stuff. Or maybe you can't, I don't know. And it smells good. So I have about 450 ton roughly of this left. Plus we have barley out in the field that we're going to direct cut for the cows to feed them over the summer, just to cut back on their weight and stuff a little bit, keep them a little lighter. So anyway, as far as selling Holsteins, I have never sold a Holstein off this farm finished weight. I usually sell them out to another farm and they'll fatten them up. To do what we want to do, I feel we make more money getting them up to 750, shipping them out, and let somebody else finishing them, if that makes sense. I feed corn and hay to 250 to 600. On the Holsteins or Angus? I'm really cautious of feeding hay. Hay's a filler. It'll slow them down a little bit. But that's the same as corn silage. If you were... Yes, I do have a bunch of replacement heifers. As you get bigger, now I have 30 brand new heifers out there right now, from 2018 and 2019 here now total. So, and I have 30 some from last year. So what it allows me to pick through and you know, pick my better ones, and hopefully I do a good job, that they would be a good mom and keep a good health and frame. I love frame on a heifer, but it would take a lot more feed to finish out those cattle. Oh yes, definitely. I would have to buy in yeah, Tim, you're right. It would take a lot more. Our camera froze there. They'll go to a different farm totally. The heifers, the Holstein heifers, they'll go to a dairy, or I have two different dairies until, and they'll go to a dairy, but they belong to me, and they'll milk them and take care of them. The Holsteins will go to the steers will go to a totally different farm, and they'll feed them out. For me to do it, I would need another building with a slatted floor and a pit underneath. Holsteins produce more manure than Angus do, and it's more runny. So you almost need a pit for Holsteins. So that'd take a whole new building. We did at one time, and I didn't give up on it. I did a video on just, you know, setting goals and dreaming a little bit. You know, putting in another 500 head barn with slats is not, you know, it's not off the plate yet. I didn't give up on that. And then I could finish them, but to finish steers in here, Holsteins, I can't handle the manure no more. and we have too much. And thank goodness the sawdust is working out, because if the sawdust didn't work out, I was cleaning this pen every 2 weeks with corn fodder. Hey, good afternoon, farming from above. So yeah, to finish out Holsteins, it needs a whole new barn, slatted floor, because you just can see the manure right behind them. It just packs up. 52 at the moment. It was 58. So yeah, it's very nice, and we're running fans for fresh air. What age would the Holstein bull be finished, or what age would the Holstein bull be finished at when you sell them on? 14 to 16 months, you want that thing finished. You take it past that time frame, you're going to be losing money. Biggest thing with Holsteins is keep them healthy. If an animal's healthy, it's going to be constantly gaining weight. You want to, I mean, that's the key in Holsteins. I don't care what kind of calves you have. You cannot have them have ammonia. They will not gain weight. If they're sick or not happy, they will not gain weight. Beef cattle are a little more forgiving, but Holsteins, definitely. The healthier animal, the better the weight gain. Some of these calves have their birth weight here, and that's another thing I'd like to get is the scales, so I can keep track of their weight per month or per week for weight gain, and so I can adjust their rations. And that's a whole nother ball game once we get started. You know, really pushing cattle. You need a scale so you can keep the weights the same. You know, your 5 weights, 8 weights, and then your 650 weights at the other end. The heaviest ones are in the middle pen there, because there's 2 waters that are in the middle pen. But anyway, I'm gonna go up here, I guess, and check the calves, and then I'm gonna head in and yep, I'll do another one tomorrow. I'll try to keep them short. One thing nice about the live streams, if they come in clear, you keep them short, people will watch them. They get too long, I guess they fall asleep. Go up here one more time and to make sure everybody's happy. And he's hiding in here. So this is the little guy with the broken leg. Anybody's just joining us. You notice the barn's quiet, and then I come in here and they have to get rowdy. Nice heifer there. Little guy's still eating over here. This is the newest calf in the pen. I know you guys can't quite see that, but I'm trying not to. So I have gates set up here to keep her by herself. She was out in the feed lot, so she's a little dirtier. Did you get anything? That's gonna be a. I don't mind the cold weather. I do better in cold weather than I do warm weather. Notice his front foot there. It's rolling just a little bit. I know you don't like me. He's gonna be a nice calf. You're gonna take care of him, I know. You never miss hand and foot controls, Farmer. I bet not. Joysticks are really nice. Yeah, especially in the steer barn here. I'm really happy with it. Always something going on around here. So this is my first group of calves. They were born last fall. I think we started maybe I don't know exactly. I think we started in November, I think, some of those calves. Some have birth dates on them, some don't. I'm sure that guy's in good hands with that mama. That's our third calf. That would be a kind of a good ringtone, but it would drive me nuts because I'm here every day. See if I can see 55. He's over there laying on the wall or somewhere. I don't know if you can see out the background there, all the cattle out in the mud lot / feed lot through the phone has issues. So what I do is I'll just bring some water in here for her and throw it in there. Guys are a little muddy. Give me a nice heifer there, 57. Yeah, these are the replacement heifers here. We'll breed them in here probably around I don't know when I'm going to breed these yet. I got some smaller ones and some nicer frame ones. I'm not sure. I don't like to breed them too. Have you any issues with navel infection? No. As soon as that calf, you really want to know, keep good bedding down, especially in calving. You'll notice that pen's a lot drier down there. Keep your pens cleaned out, especially in the calving season. That's the biggest thing, keeping everything dry, even until that cord gets dry. Are you ready for your bottle yet? This little girl can come and go as she please. She likes her little house. She has a rough life. Hello from Ireland. How's your weather? Hopefully this year it's back to normal for you guys. Last year was dry, I think, and you missed all your rain. There's Hippy Hoppy. I always like this. If you're not, when a calf's not feeling well, I always like to put fresh hay down. I take a slab of a square bale. I don't know. When you're not feeling well, just lay on fresh hay, or hay was baled last year. It smells so nice. Straw's good, I guess, too. Alright, well, we got a bunch of manure we gotta get hauled. I know some guy gonna give me a hard time for piling it, but yeah, it all has the plans for it. We're gonna spread it right before we plant corn. We want to cut some costs in the cornfields. Hopefully we can get enough nitrogen out of it if we hold off from spreading from the winter time. We're still feeding molasses. So well, guys, I appreciate you coming along and stopping in and coming and going, and we'll see what else we get ourselves into here the rest of the day. And I don't think we're going to have any more calves. I have a heifer there, should be tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow will probably be the next heifer. That's right. Well, here's real quick on the manure. When you pile it and let it go through a heat, especially weed seeds and stuff, kill all that stuff. There's Ralph. Now he's going to yell at me for not hauling manure when the ground was frozen. So when that manure's piled and I come out in the morning, the heat's coming off it, the steam's coming off it, it's going through a heat. And I don't know the internal temperature of manure when it's piled, but I know it's pretty hot. So, hey guys, thanks for stopping. I'm going to head out here and check the kids and get ready to feed bottles. Stronger the smell, the better. We were just wondering where you were, Ralph. We were worried about you. So, all right, guys, have a great afternoon, and